and you are now tuned into another episode of Tula Talks. When I was crowned Alpha Phi Alpha Miss Black and Gold Miss Mac 2011-2012, it was the highlight of my college career. Not only did I challenge myself by competing in a pageant, but I was able to use my crown to serve my peers and my community. But I'm not the only queen who has used her crown to serve. Check out these phenomenal women, and remember, this could be you.
I am Erica Johnson, Miss Bowie State University for the academic school year of 2013-2014.
Hi, I'm Courtney Dock, and I'm competing in the 2014 Miss Veteran America competition.
My name is Emily Duong. I'm the 2013 Pacific Miss Asian American, and my platform is social responsibility with integrity and passion and positivity.
Miss Veteran America is a competition that started 2 years ago. It's a new competition, and it's open to all female veterans of any age and any generation of veteran. And the purpose is to bring awareness to female veterans issues, and specifically working in partnership with the Final Salute Incorporated, which is there to assist homeless female veterans.
My platform is entitled Fearless. Fearless is an acronym for fearlessly excelling and reaching legacies while enhancing student success. I thought of this platform because I wanted something that I felt was a part of me, and I felt inspired by those who came before me to pave the way. They were all fearless, and I wanted myself as well as the student body to reach their own legacies and embody fearlessness as well.
My platform of social responsibility means no matter if you're a police officer, an accountant, a doctor, or even a politician, there are responsibilities you need to uphold through your ethics, your leadership, and your passion to help people.
Within my title as Miss Bowie State University, I have competed in 2 pageants, the Miss Bowie State University pageant, as well as the National Black College Alumni Hall of Fame pageant.
Never in my life did I ever think that I would grow up and say, hey, let me do a pageant.
Pageantry has taught me to be my best self in the best light possible, to focus on what I can offer others and not just simply what the pageant can do for me.
Pageantry has really told me or taught me to embrace all of my well-roundedness. There have been many obstacles to becoming Miss Bowie State University.
First and foremost, obstacles to come across and to get over in participating in this pageant, in this competition specifically. First is just doing it, deciding, hey, I actually want to participate, I want to compete, I want to do it, and actually signing up and doing it. So that has been the first and foremost obstacle.
In addition to being a queen, I am also a cheerleader. It's complete athleticism, so I have really had to balance my time. So the obstacles have been time management, and I think that I've been doing a pretty good job with that so far.
One of the most challenging and unexpected obstacles I had to face as Miss Asian American is looking the part of a beauty queen. Because, you know, I am just like any other girl and any average American who likes to spend their days in t-shirts and jeans. But there's a certain image that you have to uphold now, and there are a lot of young girls who look up to you. In the pageantry side, after Miss Asian American, I would be going on to compete for Miss Asia Pacific World. And that is yet another unexpected obstacle that I'm facing. For the next Miss Asia Pacific World pageant for 2014 will occur in Seoul, Korea this year in May. And the challenge I face right now is that their requirement for all applicants is to be 5'6" and up. Right now I stand at 5'4", and I don't meet this height requirement. However, I don't think that they should be able to discriminate against height either if they're really looking for someone to represent beauty, talent, and someone with a good heart and good will to represent the world as Miss Asia Pacific World.
Last year I decided to run the Marine Corps Marathon, which is insane because a year ago I couldn't even run a mile. So that was a huge challenge and a lot of fun. And so this year, to be again completely out of my comfort zone and do something fun and crazy. It was, hey, look at this pageant. Doesn't this look awesome? Let me do this.
So I am not physically the ideal beauty queen, but I think I like to prove people wrong and show them that it is what's on the inside and it's what's up here and in here that counts.
Because I've never competed in anything like this before, I've never done anything like this before, I think the obstacle is just the unknown, the fear of the unknown. And I think that's also what excites me about doing this, is that it's something I've never done before and I'm willing to go out of my comfort zone to compete. Before I decided to run the Marine Corps Marathon, and I'm a veteran, so I have been out of the Navy about 2.5 years, a little more than 2 years. As I was getting out, I really didn't care about my physical fitness anymore. I didn't have to worry about weight standards or anything like that. And as I got out of the military, I went through a lot of challenges, and it was very hard. And I was in a totly different mindset, and I had lost who I was. So I'm gonna cry. So I finally, for me, it was just a switch flipped, and I decided I was going to do something, and I needed it to be inspiring for not only myself but for my daughter. So that's how I decided on running a marathon, because if I'm going to do this, I'm going to go big. So that's why I chose the Marine Corps Marathon. And I also wanted to do it all right, excuse me. I also wanted to do it to bring awareness to veterans issues. So I competed on a veterans team because all of that is very important to me. So for me, it was a huge journey, huge undertaking, and it still is inspiring to me. And that was in October, and we're here in February, and I'm still crying about it because it was a phenomenal experience to do something so major. Running 26.2 miles is no easy task, but I can easily say that if I can do it, anyone can. For me, I have only seen pageants either from watching movies and how they're portrayed in movies. So the stigmas, I think, are just women that you're wearing a pretty gown and you're wearing a bathing suit and you're on stage and you're answering questions. That's all that I know, and I don't know much more about it.
Prior to the pageant, I was involved with a local nonprofit called the Mid-Atlantic Union of Vietnamese Students Association. And with my student organization on campus, we at a local level would raise money for a philanthropy project that we would send the money back home to Southeast Asian countries to help young students and children who were either orphanage or who didn't have the right access or resources to education or a shelter. And so just carrying my mission prior to the pageant and onwards, I've used my title to bring more awareness to kids who are less fortunate than what my peers and I have here.
I've used my crown to give back to my peers by hosting programs, but I also have used my crown to give back to my peers by supporting them. At the end of the day, it was the student body who elected me to be Miss Bowie State University, so I feel like I owe it to them to support them in all of their endeavors. It's not always about me, it's about supporting my peers and supporting my community, so I try my best to do that as much as possible.
Since my crowning, I've been appointed by the Department of Energy as the Ambassador of Minorities and Energy to speak on behalf of 3 pillars, and that is energy economic impact, the awareness of climate change, and STEM education, standing for science, technology, engineering, and mathematics.
I've used my crown to speak at various schools, mainly middle schools and high schools, teaching them the importance of education and trying to inspire them to attend Bowie State University as their college of choice. I also have an initiative called the Princess of the Game, and what I do is I select a young lady who's doing well in school, who's making positive contributions to her community, or who's overcome some adversity in her life. And I highlight her at each home basketball game and football game, and it really inspires them to continue on the path of excellence.
just a small little personal story because I grew up as the oldest sister out of 2 younger brothers. I believe for any crowned winner out there, you have a certain image to uphold, and for others it's easy for them to give you a negative perception, a very superficial perception, only because you have so much attention on you right now. With that said, there's a certain responsibility that we have to have, an older sibling syndrome, in which we have to be that leading role for our younger ones, whether it's our brothers, our sisters, or younger girls who are looking up to you.
One of my favorite quotes would be, God grants you 3 answers. That's yes, not yet, or I have something better in store. And that quote for me, it really tells me that what's for you is for you, what's for me is for me, and to let God be the head of my life, and everything will fall into place.
I would say that to give advice to somebody that has never thought about doing a pageant or never even considered it, or doesn't feel like they fit the mold, I say screw it. Who cares? I don't fit the mold. I just said screw it. I mean, a beauty queen doesn't say that, so I would just say that that if you want to do it, or you want to do it but you think maybe your friends will kind of judge you or go, oh my god, I cannot believe she's going to do that. Because when I decided to do this competition and when I decided to do the marathon, everyone thought I was crazy. But then I completed the marathon, and so now I'm going to compete in this competition. And let me tell you, even if I don't win, I'm going to compete. And I think a lot of people are going to go, wow, I doubted her, and I shouldn't have. So I think if you feel uncomfortable or if you're not sure of yourself, like I said, say screw it and do it anyway, because I don't think you want to have any regrets. I think you should just go for it.